It's July 6th, 2026. Nasty downpours. Big thunderstorms going to happen today. Got a good one developing here in eastern Ross and western, northwestern Vinton counties. And it might clip southern Hawking County a little bit. So I'm going to keep an eye on this and listen to the thunder rumble over there. Just a couple of miles away from me. Southwestern Hawking County, Ohio. Thunder's really rumbling over there. I relocated, looking west, northwest. Got a shower moving in on top of me. I'm gonna have to run for cover here shortly. Unfortunately, this camera is not waterproof. The clouds are looking a little heavier, a lot darker, and the rain's going to come down shortly. Thunder's still rumbling to my south. It's a pretty good downpour down there. Few miles away maybe. This is starting to get dark right here in front of me now. I think I'm going to relocate. I'll be back. My storm's raging pretty good down there to my south. Looking back south now. Unfortunately, I can't see the storm very well. The storm is behind that hill right there. That hill is 400 feet above the surface of the road that runs in front of it. So it's hard to see the actual storm. And these clouds are roughly associated with it. That's about the best I can do on that storm. That's the view virtually straight over my head now. It's getting really dark. It's getting really dark. No wind, just rain and thunder. There we go, it's letting up now. So what I got here was nothing compared to what others are getting around the area today. So far, as last few days has been a bit stormy around parts of Ohio, and I've only gotten a little bit like this right here. This, in fact, has been the most I've seen out of all these storms. Here it comes again.
This is so loud because I'm on a porch with a tin roof. We got rain on a tin roof. Heavy rain now. Yep, that's our driveway down there with them deep trenches in them. That's nearly a foot deep in places. We got a load of gravel coming in the next week or two. We'll get that filled all back in and see if it doesn't find a new place to wash out. We've had some heavy rains earlier in the spring that got that started, and then the recent rains have trenched it out even deeper. The storms are going to cause flooding situations in a lot of areas again today, just like yesterday, because they are moving slowly. As far as area coverage, the one that just went through here, no more than a couple of miles across, maybe 3, and has taken this long to go through. We're getting to the back edge of it now. That is all steam coming up out of the trees over there across the road, several hundred feet away on top of that hill. Does it every time. They call this the Little Smoky Mountains down here in Appalachia, Ohio. I decided to turn around and get a shot of the blue sky that's starting to show back up. Notice the clouds are starting to move away. That's going to make things hot and even more humid for a while. I just thought you'd like to get a look at that. If you're enjoying this heat and humidity, let me know in the comments. I don't mind the heat, but the humidity gets me down. So what are your thoughts? Let me know. Okay, that was round 1. Round 2 is on its way. It's just over the hills here, a few miles away. These things are moving really slow. So while we're waiting on round 2 to show up, if you would please hit that like button.
And leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know if you like the heat and humidity, or would you like to see it much cooler and drier. Oh, and subscribe to the channel if you would, please. Hang in there with me. It's getting closer. Starting to get a few raindrops. I'm going to have to relocate back to the porch now, so let's get ready for this. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh yeah. Alright, back in my porch location. As the rains begin again, the thunder rolls again. This one should be a little heavier. It'll last a little longer than the first round. Trying to watch a little more of the sky this time. Maybe we can get some of that lightning. Something I have not been able to get on film this year is lightning. I've made some pretty decent lightning videos and those are a lot of fun, so maybe we can get a little bit of that here. The heaviest part of this storm isn't quite on us yet, but it's coming. There's almost no wind with these, almost no wind at all. This is more like tropical downpours, monsoon type rain. Storms are moving so slow. I would guess not more than 5 miles an hour. But should pick up again in intensity here momentarily. Sound of the thunder, it's coming over the main part of the storm's coming over the ridge here just a couple of miles away right now. The thunder's a little muffled, so it's still on the other side of the ridge.
Well, this storm seems to have kind of wimped out on me. It's kind of curled back on itself. That's kind of weird. But there's still some heavier rain coming in. So we'll hang on here a few and do a battery change, because the battery is about done in the camera. I'm gonna change this battery. I'll be back before the rest of that gets here. Alright, got the battery changed. Rain's already starting to pick back up a little bit. The rest of the storm will be in here shortly. It's still coming, but it is weakening a little bit as it moves in here. This next round is just a couple of miles away now, if that. But it has weakened some. I'd still like to catch a couple of lightning bolts, but most of the lightning is now being shown a few miles south of me. Rain's picking back up again. It sounds like the thunder is picking back up again too, so maybe it's going to re-strengthen a little bit. When lightning starts to intensify, that usually means the storm is trying to intensify a little bit again too. Definitely getting closer. Maybe I'll get a lightning shot here. Anyway, I think there was a little bit right there. I get a good lightning bolt, I'll cut that segment out, put it in slow motion, and reinsert it back in the video. Slow motion lightning is pretty cool to look at. We're only sitting on the edge of it though. It's just not moving very fast at all. Very slow moving storm. Rain's picking up. Well, there's really not a whole lot left of this thing. It is shrinking in coverage area and intensity. Has dropped off quite a bit. Just about into the heaviest part of it. It's not going to get a whole lot more heavier than it is, I don't think. There are more storms building off to the west, trying to anyway. They don't amount to a whole lot yet, but we'll wait and see. Maybe next time I can move to a different location, get out from under this noisy roof and get a better view of the storms. That seems to be the thing to do. Because from here I'm in a really tight little valley, hills and trees all the way around me. Nowhere near a view of the horizon from here. Not even close. Not even close. 400 plus foot hills all the way around me. And close. Close, close. Top of that hill over there is probably only about 300 yards at the most away from where I'm standing. And that's a steep hill. I've climbed it many times. You can barely walk on it. Now we're getting to the back edge of this. The sky is starting to brighten up to the west. It's letting up here in just a little bit when the rain stops. We'll get out here and walk around and see if we can get some other interesting views when the sun starts to crack back through the clouds. That'll be fun. So hang on and stand by for that for a few minutes here. And again, if you would, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment in the comments section. And if you would, please subscribe to my channel. I'm getting there with some subscribers lately, and I'd like to pick up some more. You guys could be awesome. Help me make a little bit of spare change so I can buy some new cameras and stuff. That would be great. So hang on tight, I'll be back shortly. Well, there goes the storm. It's heading east. I can still hear an occasional rumble of thunder. As that storm moves away. We're going to flip around here in a moment and take a look at some blue sky and some broken clouds. So, wasn't a lot to it. I thought the second round was going to be worse than the first, but it turned out to be the other way around. So, yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. So let's have a look around at some of the rest of the sky. And there we go. Back edge of that clouds associated with that last storm is almost upon me, and a little bit of blue sky. We'll likely see some sun here directly.